Hey everyone, it's Elle from Elle Plans. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I can't remember the last time I said that. I'm so sorry it's taking me this long to make a YouTube video of my 2023 planner system. You will be so surprised that I've actually stuck in the same system all year. Now, I know I started off in Pocket Moleskine books, but around February time is when I made the switch. And I've kind of added some things and taken away some things, or really not used the planners like I thought I would, but we'll get into that later. As always in my videos, whatever you see, I will do my best to tell you where it's from. If I forget something, I'll usually put it in the description of this video, but if I've still forgotten, don't hesitate to leave me a comment, and also let me know that you're here. Come say hi. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with Baby Planner and we'll work our way up to my Work A5. Sound like a plan? Let's go. So like I said, I started the year in a Pocket Moleskine TN. So I had a daily, weekly, and just grid notebook kind of set up in a Pocket TN cover. And the purpose of that was that I wanted an all-in-one planner, one, and two, I wanted something compact that I could bring in all my small purses. And it was working great. The only reason why that system failed is because I was also putting my big sections, which are usually in my extension planner, in that Pocket Moleskine grid notebook, and it was just too small. I needed more space, but not too much space because I still wanted to be able to bring my planner everywhere. Fast forward to about mid-year, my weeks got real chunky. And it wasn't really fitting in all my bum bags or the small purses I was taking around London. So what I decided to do was go back to a pocket size planner. And this is how we've got Baby Planner. So this is a Filofax soft domino in the pink color. I've got an Oli clip on here that I use for receipts and coupons or stamps, anything like that. In here I have Cat Espresso Co. dashboards that I use for any sticky notes, and I use these Filofax card holders for all of my credit cards and kind of discount cards. I've got a little Filofax top opening pocket in there as well, and a little ruler, and this is another Cat Espresso Co. dashboard for my stamps. All of these little side dividers are from Cloth and Paper. This little vellum is from Sparkly Paper Co. It is the multicolor Luxe collection that she did. And then these contact inserts are from Filofax. They came with the agenda. And then I absolutely love the Peanuts Planner Co. annual bundle that you get. So I stuck some of those in there. I don't really have a purpose for all of them yet. But I'm using this one. You guys have seen this one before. This is what I use as my health tracker, and I've used it for many years. So I've put that in there, and this one I'm using for workouts. Then I'm using a Peanuts Planner Co. monthly. So I'm kind of highlighting it by color. Whether this is going to be sustainable for next year, I'm not sure. Just kind of jotting things in when I'm out and about now. And then the next section is weeklies. These just came with the planner, so I didn't want to waste them. These are the Filofax horizontal weeklies, and they're simple and easy. I don't want this to be super complicated. It's just when I'm out and about, if I need to scribble something in or remind myself if we've got anything going on. The next section is lists and grid notes. These are the Luxe inserts from Annie Plans printables in the list and grid notes. I've printed them in pink and purple because they match and they're cute. And then the last section is literally just random papers that came with the agenda. So this is very, very simple. I usually don't like to duplicate information, but when I'm planning for the week, I will have my weeks and my pocket out, and I'll be making sure that all the information lines up and both of them have the same dates and events in the monthlies and the weeklies. So that is little Baby Planner that comes with me everywhere. Next is my weekly planner. So this is my all-in-one planner. Those of you who have been with me for a while know that I usually use a separate planner for my extension planner. Towards the end of 2022, I knew I was getting super busy and I just felt like I needed to simplify for 2023. So I just came up with this idea of like Megaplanner. How can I get all of my information, like the day-to-day and the big stuff, in one planner that's still small enough that I can take it with me, but still has the detail that I need to, I don't know when my bills are being paid, make sure my health tracker's detailed enough, any home stuff, plant care, all of that. I needed it all in one planner. So I grabbed the PaperTess Designs weekly notebook. So I have it in a Happie Scrappie pink tweed cover. I actually have a code with Happie Scrappie. It's LPlans10. I'll put that in the description below. And I also still have a code with PaperTess Designs Etsy printable shop, which is LPlans20, I believe. Again, I'll put that in the description. So in here, it's really easy and simple. It's basically like Scribbly Planner. So I don't use any stickers. I only use sticky notes if I need to. The only deco that I have in here is from the Neutral Planner and my Pride and Prejudice collab, which I can put the link in the description below. But I just love it. It looks so pretty with kind of the aesthetic of the planner, kind of the font and the faint lines. It's just really pretty. So this paper here is from Sterling Ink. These two stickers I got in my super small farm town when I went to go home and visit. I couldn't even tell you the name of the shop. And then yeah, this is a freebie from PaperTess Designs. I was using it as like kind of like a future planner, like planning out trips. And I just kind of tipped that in. And then I use this section to put in like birthdays and anniversaries and anything that's continuous every year. Then you go into the monthlies. These are pretty straightforward. And then you go into the weeklies. So you'll notice that I have these kind of like shorter pages in here. I felt like I needed dailies, but I didn't want to waste the pocket Moleskine that I had. So what I did is I started cutting up my pocket Moleskine and tipping in those days in my week. Now it's not perfect because they are back to back. So you can see like this week we'll have the Monday. So then the following week we'll start on the Tuesday. But honestly, that didn't bug me. And I know that the Lecterm, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, their Pocket Daily has a layout where you can cut and put the weeks in like by the week. Little Rach Plans did that for her weekly, so if you want to go check it out. So anyways, how I use my weekly honestly changes all the time. So you can see like in the beginning, I kind of used this timetable to like literally plan my week. And then I started using it to track my sleep. So that's kind of how I've liked using it now, because sometimes I sleep well and sometimes I don't. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm using that grid now. So let's get out of the weeks here and go to the back of my planner, which some people use these notes pages as dailies, but I put my extension planner back here. So these are my big sections. So my big sections are health, finances, social media, home, and goals. So here I have an index of which page what is on. Again, I have another little dashboard from the Neutral Planner and I's collaboration. And then the first section is wellness. And I've got these little tabs on here that I got from a little shop here in the UK. So I have all my health information, which will have like my doctor's information, my medication, all that. And then this is a wellness tracker legend, which tells you kind of like what all of this means. And then I have a body weight and measurements tracker here, which I obviously did really well to do throughout the entire year. And then I have a month on 4-page insert. So this is actually from PaperTess Designs printable shop. And I'm just obsessed with this insert. So what I've done is I've put my health goals on the front page. And then on the inside is my health tracker, very detailed with all my codes and everything. And I'll put like appointments down here and things like that. And then on the back, oh, that's not a good example. I will put my planned workouts, and then I will put my actual workouts, because obviously sometimes you get behind on your monthly schedule. So this is how I am using this insert for my well-being and wellness. So you can see. So I just glued these pages on. And then when we get back to the back of the section, I've got a products to try page, my makeup reference with all of my shades, and then skincare and fragrance. The next section is finance. So I want to see if there's like a blank one. Basically what I do is I draw out the month, which you can kind of see here. Draw out the month. I've got like, this has like all my financial information, so I can't really show you everything. And then I write out my bills and how much they are and when they come out. And then I've got a budget down here with how much we want to spend. And then I've got 2 pages. Oh, here we go. So here it is. Here's my bills. Here's my budget. And then I've got expenses for the joint account and expenses for my personal account. And I just like keep a running track list. So obviously I didn't do that very well in March and April. And then in the back, I just have some debt repayment, like student loans and things like that. So, oh, and then I've also got my travel expenses and my bill tracker and a wish list. So that's my finance section. Next is social media. So I just kind of went through and wrote down every week that I wanted to do a plan with me and then a monthly flip. So this has been super easy for me to kind of map out, and I love to like cross it off when I've done it. And then I've got other real ideas down here. And then I've got YouTube ideas and then planner ideas. And this is just kind of where I scribble stuff that, you know, when it comes to mind. And then I've got a list of all my planner covers and then some of my favorite shops with PR codes. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to fill all this out. I have way more favorite shops than that. And then my home section is really simple. I've got home projects, things to buy for the home, favorite recipes and blogs, and then my plant watering schedule. So I've got it in 2 columns, so water and then fertilize. So I know coming up on week 45, I will be watering my plants, but no fertilization. And then I have my fertilization strengths. And then all the pages after this are pictures of my little plants and their basic care information. I do like to move things around, so I reference this to make sure I know that I'm not putting a plant in too much light or too little light. So this is super helpful. And I just transfer these pictures to my next planner the following year. Last section is goals. I simplified this a lot. So basically I have kind of my 5 main goals in my Word, and I basically broke it into kind of like quarterly reflections instead of monthly like I was doing. However, I feel like I need to go back to having monthly reflections just to kind of keep me more accountable. And I'm going to make my goals super specific for next year. But I love this section, especially when I've got goals that I can actually track, like savings or like reading, for instance. It's so fun. It's like such a reward to kind of write all of that down. So yeah, I'm loving this section, but it will be way more detailed next year. And then the last part of my planner is just lists. It's literally random, well, in a random deco page, but just random brain dumps that I think about or need to figure out. If I'm looking to save for something new, I kind of crunch numbers back here. If friends come to visit or I'm traveling, I kind of write, you know, things to do or packing lists, things like that. So that's my week's planner. So I've got my big sections in the back and then my weekly and daily planning in the front. And she is chunky. Next is my PaperTess Designs B6 planner. So I was really excited to start journaling this year. I don't want to say I'm really bad at journaling. I'm trying to change that identity and say I'm really good at journaling. So I use this B6 dated from PaperTess Designs, and I decorated it super cute, and it has a few purposes. All of these stickers and this paper is from Lace Whimsy Studios. I'm obsessed. But this is how I kind of used this book. I'll kind of do one that's set up, but I haven't written in it. Here we go. So what I did was I used the monthly. Let's see if I can find the monthly. Here we are. So here's the month of February, and every day I was writing something I was grateful for. And then when you go to the week, I was using this for my Bible study reading. And then I was also doing the 52 list project for happiness. So I would make any notes that I needed to here. I would do my 52 list project here. And then the daily pages were just meant for journaling. Some days I was really good at journaling, and as you can see, some days I was not. So I got re-inspired in September, but again, I don't know, there's something about putting feelings down on paper that makes them real, and that terrifies me. So next year I'm going to be more mindful and make this a habit and make it appealing and make it easy. And obviously I'll have a YouTube video of my 2024 system where I think I can make that work. So this is how I was using my B6 PaperTess Designs dated agenda as a planner, 52 list project, and Bible reading kind of planner. Then we have my Kokuyo Jibun Techu A5 Slim Days. Now this is new to my system this year. I love Kokuyo. I've used Kokuyo products for a few years now, but I've never used one of their planners. So Kokuyo actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try one of their planners. And I said, absolutely, I would. I've always wanted to try your A5 Slim Days. So how I'm using this planner is kind of like a wellness check-in. I've had a lot of life happening this year. So basically I'm just using this as like a day-to-day checking in with myself. How am I feeling? So each month you get kind of this page where you kind of set goals for the month and then you reflect back on the month. So I've got everything kind of written here, and then this is how I use my day. Can kind of go here as well. So I still kind of make lists and everything, and I like block out my day and kind of say what I did, how I felt during the day. Like sometimes like I'll write kind of, you know, around a meeting or an interaction or things like that. And then you've got these kind of mood trackers down at the bottom. But I really like the layout, and I love how you have the two sides to the timetable. So you can write your schedule here and kind of write your feelings and notes there. So I'm really liking this layout. Trying to decide how I can use this next year. But yeah, it's really handy and really flexible. You could even use this for like personal and work. But yeah, so that's really simple. A quick one. So that is my well-being planner in the Kokuyo Jibun Techu A5 Slim Days. Last but not least is my A5 work planner. So I have this in a Happie Scrappie cover. I just have the cover on cover over it because this gets thrown into my work bag sometimes and I don't want it to get snagged or stained. I can't actually show you the good stuff in here because it's all confidential, but you can see I use lots of tabs, lots of sticky notes. It's all super fun. It's just a create with pen notebook, just a plain notebook, and I do kind of like Bujo style. So at the beginning of the month, I have a monthly to-do list. So I write down all my programs and just brain dump all the things I know I have to do for each program for this month, whether it's based on deadlines or tasks or things I'm collaborating with other teams. All of that gets dumped on the monthly page, on the monthly to-do. And then I draw out my monthly kind of overview. So I make Saturday and Sunday small because I don't work on Saturday and Sunday, but obviously just to keep with the calendar, I keep those on there. So I've got kind of a month on 2-page spread where I put deadlines in the boxes and like any kind of conferences or dates or anything like that. On the left, I use this for kind of big high-level work packages or tasks that have to be done either on certain days or like in a week. So that's what goes here. And then down here, I have a timeline. So I'm a program manager and I manage multiple programs and projects. And so it's really helpful for me to kind of line out the month, separate it by weeks. You can see I've got kind of my weeks here. And this allows me to kind of get an overview of the month of kind of when comms need to go out for something, when I need to build for a program, when I've got a webinars or residentials or anything like that. I get kind of like a snapshot of my month kind of in a linear form. My brain loves that. So I actually stole this layout from Tess. She loves experimenting with different monthly layouts, and I feel like her brain and my brain just work perfectly, but she's able to make it happen, and I just flounder until she just tells me what to do. So this is what my monthly looks like in my work planner. And then I have my weekly, which is super simple. So I've got this big section over here, and this has all my tasks for the week. So what I do is I go to my big monthly task. I pick the things that have to be done that week, because this can get really overwhelming, especially for all the programs that I oversee. So then I pick the things that have to get done this week. I put any deadlines or presentations, webinars, anything that's really kind of stands out in these kind of boxes for the days. And then I go to my daily. So my dailies look like this. I've got my schedule over here with all my meetings, and it's really helpful to have this because there are times where I'm like, oh, I can't remember what I wrote down in that program meeting we had. So let me go back to that day. Let me try to figure out when that was. And so I write down the name of the meeting verbatim in this section, and I can go back through my days and then find my notes that I took in that meeting. I know some people will say that's really disorganized. You can just do that on your computer or do it on Teams and things like that. I know, but I just need to write it down. You guys probably get me. I just need to write it on paper, and then I can transfer it where it needs to go for the rest of my, well, when I say rest of my team, it's just me. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. So I got my schedule over here, and then I've got tasks. So what I do is I pull from the weekly tasks that have to be done this day. And like I said, it gets really overwhelming with how much stuff I have to do. So this is the system that I am using now that allows me to stay on top of my tasks, not get overwhelmed, and get things done. I love to be able to check off my to-do list, so this cannot be overwhelming. And of course, throughout the day, you know, people ask for help or other things, and so I put them on there and I check them off too. And then down here is notes. So I actually don't set up the whole week when I'm setting up my weekly. I just do it day by day because there are sometimes I'll be in meetings and I'll write tons of notes. So I'll have kind of 3 pages of notes, and that way it's not restrictive. And I think this is why Hobonichi Cousin doesn't work for me, because I just need more space for notes if that's the case. So this allows me a lot of flexibility in my job, and I just kind of have it by month by month by month, and so everything's kind of contained within the month. So yeah, very simple kind of bullet journal style work planner. So that is my 2023 planner system, all the way from baby planner to my A5 work planner. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments, say hi. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm so excited to be back, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.